Buzz Burrell with Ultimate Direction, here with John Kelly, who came out from Washington, D.C., and John's the 2017 Barkley finisher. And what are you doing in Boulder right now, John?
So I'm out here for Ironman Boulder this weekend.
Ironman Boulder. So you're a man of the proverbial two hats, are you not? I mean, pardon me. So Ironman Boulder, you rode into our office today wearing this.
I did. So it's all I packed with me. You know, I wouldn't normally ride around in my Aero helmet, but not packing two helmets with me. So.
But it was 13 or 14 months ago that you were wearing something that looked a little bit like this.
Yeah, it's
that epic photo.
Know, the classic orange toboggan here, as we would call it. You know, keeps you safe during deer hunting season and warm on fifth loops at Barkley.
Fifth loops at Barkley. Well, you're the only one who finished. So how does this work? You live in Washington, D.C. You got 3 kids. Now, if I recollect, you were training in your basement on a treadmill.
Yeah, that's something I added last year. We have a 4-year-old now, and we have twins who were just about 6 months old when I finished Barkley.
Wow. So your wife deserves a little award here.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so with the addition of them, I spent a lot more time on the treadmill, which I don't enjoy.
So give us a little snippet of what you mean by that.
So I mean, some of those sessions could go 4 to 5 hours, where I would put it on a 15 to 20% incline, and one good thing about it, I got to catch up on some Netflix. Pretty much the only time I have time to watch any sort of shows anymore. But
so how much vert would you do on the treadmill?
Ooh. I used to know these numbers off the top of my head, but I would easily get in 10K plus.
In one day?
Yeah, but that's just going up, not going down, which, I think a lot of people forget about. Going down is important.
Well, at Barkley, you have sire brush, you got mud, you got navigation. You trained for this on a treadmill in your basement watching Netflix.
Yeah, I did get out and do some hill repeats. During the week, all my mileage was to and from work. Saturdays, I would go run up and down this tiny hill near my house that was 1/20th of a mile long and 95 feet high. So
95 feet, okay.
10 repeats was a mile and 950 feet. So I do that on Saturdays and then treadmill on Sundays.
Okay, so is it a myth that in order to do something like Barkley, you need to get out there? I mean, you demonstrated that just being methodical works.
Yeah, so I mean, you definitely need to find ways to get some vert in and some trail running in, but no, you don't have to live out where you have a giant mountain in your backyard that you can run up and down all day. You just have to be creative and figure out how to make it work. Okay,
so all you Florida residents, Barkley is next up for you. The other sweet tip, of course, the other secret weapon is the PB Adventure Vest.
This actually looks about like the one that I have now. I first used this exact model in 2015, and then in 2017 when I finished, I added the mountain vest, and I rotated between the two each loop. So I would come in, and my crew would have the other pack ready to go. And so there wouldn't be any time spent repacking or switching gear out. I just grab it and go.
Right. Well, for 60 hours, seconds are important.
Absolutely. I only had 30 minutes to spare, so an extra 8 minutes between each loop.
That was it.
And I would have been done.
Good
or an extra 30 seconds between each book, and wouldn't have made it.
You have to be a fast reader.
Yeah.
Of course, Jared Campbell used the exact same vest.
Mm-hmm.
So is it true that you are required to use an PB Adventure vest in order to finish Barkley, do you think?
Well, I guess in the past 5 years, it's 100% odds. So, I'm a data scientist, and the data doesn't lie there. So.
Well, maybe I'll give Gary that tip for next. So what's next, John? What obviously you're doing the Barkley Triathlons is a pretty big gap. I mean, do you ever go in between? Do you ever like do a trail race, or what does this look like?
So the past few years, I've been doing ultras in the winter and triathlons in the summer. By kind of having that clear split, I'm able to better optimize for each one than by mixing them at the same time. So this is kind of my last year of seeing what all I can do in triathlon. I'm here to try to requalify for Kona and
going to the Big Island.
Yeah, give it all I've got there, and then after that, I'll be switching back to ultras permanently, year round.
Year round.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be quite the scene. We look forward to seeing more of you out there.
Absolutely. Look forward to getting out on some of these big summer races.
Excellent. Thanks very much, John.
Thank you.